there, this is Datila with Rangers of Wrestling, bringing you the Wrestling Time push. And for tonight, I will be reviewing WWE Clash at the Castle. Alright, so before we get into the main card, we had at the kickoff show. It was a 6-man tag match. It was Madcap, Moss, and the Street Profits versus Austin Theory and Alpha Academy. This was actually a little fun, enjoyable match. I actually was really enjoying this match. Dawkins and Chad Gable kick off the match. Now, commentary made an interesting note that about how there's talks of Ford breaking out a single start. Maybe it might happen later this year. That's what they said. I think I caught that. Well, that's what I caught. I really like that that Chad Gable put Montez Ford into the ankle lock. That double DDT by Montez Ford to Austin Theory and Chad Gable was pretty cool. A side note, Theory got his full name back as he is now Austin Theory. My favorite spot in this match was actually one of the finishes where you had Angelo Dawkins. He was holding Chad Gable, and then you had Montez Ford do the blockbuster from the ring ropes, and so Madcap, Moss, and the Street Profits were victorious. And that was actually a really good, really fun match that I really enjoyed. All right, so the main card kicks off with Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, and Asuka versus Damage Control, or Bayley, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky. So one of the things I like about this, first of all, is that Damage Control came out as a unit. They came out together while Bianca, Alexa, and Asuka came out separately. So that shows that they were coming into this together as a unit, as a team. And they did a really good job, a fantastic job, I should say, throughout the whole match, being a unit, being a team. At one point, all 6 women enter the ring, and Io, Sky, and Dakota Kai tripped Bianca as she was about to do the springboard. So, I have to say, this was a good women's match. And they worked really well together at isolating Asuka from her team. And then Dakota Kai at one point gave Alexa Bliss into the barricade. My favorite spot was, I have to say, was when Dakota Kai mocked Bianca, which she was doing the whole thing that Bianca does. I thought that was pretty hilarious. That spinebuster to a standing moonsault to Bianca by Bayley to Bayley by Bianca was pretty cool. That was amazing. I like that. Another spot that I really liked in this match was that superplex to Bayley that Asuka and Alexa did to her, and they used Bianca's back to springboard themselves to do that. So it was a pretty cool spot, if you ask me. Let's see, that Damian heel turn was predictable inside coming since they've been teasing it on Raw. Some like it, they did. Some like they did, and with Rhea when she turned heel. And Bayley used Bianca's braid against her. And here's an interesting thing. Bayley pinned Bianca, and so Damage Control won this contest. They needed to win this match after they failed to win the tag team titles, so it was a much-needed win for them. But the fact that Bayley pinned Bianca kind of tells me that maybe Bayley is Bianca's next competitor for that title. We never did get that I Quit match between the both of them because Bayley unfortunately did get injured. So I guess you're going to pick up right where they left off. But I honestly do see Bayley taking that title off of Bianca. And at some point, Io Sky and Dakota Kai will win the tag titles. That's what I think. But overall, fantastic way to kick off Clash at Castle. Then we get the Intercontinental Championship match. It's Gunther versus Sheamus. So I have to say, Bayley has unfinished business with Bianca. Yeah, she does. I have to say, since they were in Carnival's, they reunited Imperium. Imperium came out, which I thought was pretty amazing. And then of course, Sheamus came out with the brawling boots. He came out. They still called him Butch, but he looked more like Pete Dunne and a Ridge Holland. A brawl broke out between Imperium and the brawling boots, and then they all got the boot. Meanwhile, Gunther and Sheamus were staring at each other inside of the ring. I have to say, this was not a match. This was a fight. Sheamus and Gunther, they were at war. Oh my God, this match was so intense. In my opinion, this was match of the night. This is the first time since, I believe, WrestleMania of last year that the Intercontinental title was defended on the pay-per-view, and they delivered. This is how you make the Intercontinental title relevant again. This is how you make it mean something. Sheamus is more likely to turn face with some of the same with the brawling boots. This was an incredible match. It really was. Sheamus kept trying to do that chopping that he does, but Gunther kept escaping. He did catch him twice, though. He did 11 chops the first time, and then 15 chops to Gunther on the second time. But my God, this match was freaking incredible. I think Sheamus started bleeding from his chest. They freaking delivered in this match. They really did. And if you didn't like this match, then there's something wrong with you. How could you not like this? This was a fight. At one point, Sheamus tried to do the bro kick, but his back gave out. And Gunther, I was about to call him Walter. Gunther ended this match with the lariat. Oh my God. And then that beautiful standing ovation that Sheamus got at the end, he totally deserved that. He did. This to me was hands down match of the night. What did you guys think of this match? What was your favorite match of this whole show? But the intensity, this is what we needed. Honestly, this match is gonna be a banger, and I did not disappoint. It really didn't. So another spot that I liked about this was Sheamus doing the Celtic Cross to Gunther. That was pretty cool. But I cannot even finish talking about this because this was incredible. This was freaking incredible. This is what we needed, and we got it. This is a 5-star match. 5-star. Okay, then we get the SmackDown Women's Championship matches. Liv Morgan versus Shayna Baszler. Honestly, I feel like this was kind of the weakest match of the night. It was a tough spot to follow Gunther versus Sheamus. So I feel like this match is a little bit weak. In my opinion, Shayna Baszler should have won this. She should have came out here and beat the tar out of Liv Morgan. But she didn't. But I felt like it just wasn't that good of a match. It was definitely one of the weaker matches on this card. But I really like the 6-woman tag match better than this women's match. But Liv Morgan is retained. I don't know, Liv Morgan's booking isn't really doing her any favors. They keep booking her as this underdog champion, but Shayna Baszler could have easily beat her, honestly. So I don't know what's going on there, but I kind of didn't like that match. Then we get the Edge and Rey Mysterio versus Judgment Day. Edge coming out with a mask. With the mask to confirm his solidarity with Rey Mysterio. Commentary making note that him and Rey Mysterio won the tag titles back in 2002. And I like that him and Edge are wearing matching colors. They were both wearing red and black. A good color scheme, by the way. So, Baszler and Damian Priest did a good job at isolating Rey from Edge. Finn Balor with the backbreaker to Rey, which was followed up by a leg drop by Damian Priest. I don't know if it was just me, but I could have sworn Priest spat on Edge's face. He threw something at Edge's face. So this next spot where you had Finn Balor tried to attack Rey while Damian Priest had to distracted, and they went to the barricade. Damian Priest landed in the barricade. That looked like it hurt. That looked like it hurt. I felt bad for Damian Priest for that spot. Oh my god, this Edge doing the 619 to Finn Balor looked hilarious. And he should probably never try to do the 619 ever again. But yeah, Edge does not need to be doing the 619. But it was a hilarious spot nevertheless. So another cool spot in this was like when Rhea knocked down Dominic and then like Ray took her out. I thought it was pretty cool. Kind of a little intergender hit, but I think Dominic observed more of the hit than Rhea did. And like Dominic assisting his dad by tripping Finn Balor by grabbing his boot, which allowed his dad to hit the 619 and then Edge hit him with the spear. So Rey Mysterio and Edge won, which is a good match. I liked it. But the ending, okay, so you had Dominic, Edge and Rey were in the ring. And Dominic kicked Edge. He kicked him. And then attacked his dad, turning heel. And then you could see Finn Balor and Judgment Day in the background just laughing. And like Dominic ripped his shirt and just walked away. I have to say, like, the hints were there. They were hinting at Dominic turning heel. And they finally pulled the trigger. I thought it was going to happen during the match, but it happened after the match. And I'm actually kind of glad it happened after the match. There's probably more questions than answers. We were probably wondering, why did Dominic turn on his dad? Damian Priest coming off the barricade, thanks to Ray, will be a new meme. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. So, I mean, I felt like maybe Dom turned on Ray because like Ray, his own father chose Edge as a partner instead of his son. I mean, being a Latina, I know that if I did that to my mom, I wouldn't live to tell about it. I'm surprised Ray is just going to allow Dominic to be alive after that. We all saw that heel turn coming from Dom. Yeah, he did. Especially with that Eddie Guerrero mullet. How could you not see it coming? All right, so then we have Matt Riddle versus Seth Rollins. I am surprised this match did not have a stipulation. I was really hoping it was going to have a stipulation, but it didn't. And I was also hoping we were going to get a DQ finish. And I'll tell you why. I kind of thought it was going to be a DQ finish because, we do have Extreme Rules next month. So I kind of thought to myself, oh, this match is going to be end in a DQ. And I would not have been upset if it ended in a DQ because it was a really personal... match. Let's see. Gunther versus Sheamus is Money of the Year candidate. I love that match from beginning to end. Yeah, me too. So, this kind of, I know I'm going to be off topic a little bit and talking about Impact Wrestling, but this kind of reminds me of Moose versus Josh Alexander. That was a personal match that also did not have a stipulation, and that match ruled. This match ruled too. And then, like I said, I'm not here, when WWE used to do DQ finishes or screwy finishes, I wasn't a huge fan of them because, it had to ruin everything. But this is one instance where I would not have mind a DQ finish. So, but I have to say, like, Matt Riddle came out with, like, those Patrick Star shorts. I don't know if any of you guys ever watched SpongeBob SquarePants back in the day, but Patrick Star was, like, had these green shorts with, like, purple flowers on them. Freaking Matt Riddle came out looking with those Patrick Star shorts. And then Seth Rollins was not immune either. He came out looking like a combination of Elton John and Curryman, wearing those glasses and that hat and that, I don't know what. They're trying to make a fashion statement. They're certainly not going to make a New York Fashion Week with those looks. One spot that I liked was when Rollins threw Riddle crashing into the barricade, which was like a barricade bomb, an alternative to the buckle bomb. Now, Seth made this person, like, he grabbed Riddle by the hair and started yelling at him, saying that he was a loser, that his wife knows and his kids are going to know it. Ouch, he went there. And this just pissed off Matt Riddle. That match was awesome between Sheamus and Matt Riddle. Seth Rollins channeling his Elton John with that look. Now we know what Becky keeps in her closet. Yeah, we do. That's for sure. So, I really like the fact that Rollins did the pedigree. He did the pedigree to Matt Riddle. I thought it was over with that, but no, Matt Riddle kicked out. And then to add insult to injury, Seth Rollins doing an Randy Orton DDT. He even did the whole move that Randy does. And he tries to do the RKO, but Riddle catches him with the rear naked chokehold. Now, this is why I thought we were going to get a DQ finish, because they go to the outside, and Matt Riddle grabs a chair, and he attempts to hit Rollins with it, but he doesn't. He doesn't hit him. Well, he misses. And so he hits him with the stomp, and he goes back into the ring, and as Rollins, comes in, as Riddle comes in, Rollins hits him with a second stomp, and pretty much Seth Rollins is victorious. I love this crowd. I love that the crowd was electric throughout the whole show. They were electric throughout the whole show, minus SmackDown Women's match. I would say that. Me too. You two what? But Seth Rollins is victorious. Like I said, I know I've said this already, and I'm probably repeating myself, but I would not have minded if this match ended on a DQ and we got a rematch at Extreme Rules. I thought that's what they were going for, but hey, happy to know they had a clear finish. So at the main event ended up being, of course, the Undisputed WWE Universal Championship match. Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre. Now, Drew McIntyre having the home field advantage here. And I don't know, there was a part of me that kind of thought, okay, maybe Drew McIntyre would actually win this. Or I kind of had my doubts that Roman was going to win. I wasn't 100% sure. Had Vince still been in charge, I probably would have, oh yeah, Roman's winning for sure. But, I wasn't sure. But this match starts off really good. You got Drew McIntyre, punching Roman, and you had him sending him crashing into the steel steps. Karrion Kross and Scarlett were in the crowd, and at one point, Karrion Kross threw a water bottle at Drew McIntyre, and Roman Reigns took advantage of this distraction. Dominic turned on Edge? Yeah, he did. Dominic turned on Edge. He kicked him. He kicked him, and then he attacked his own dad. One spot I really liked in this match was that back and forth vertical suplex. They were trying to lift each other up into that suplex, but they couldn't. They could not lift each other up with those suplexes. So I thought that was a really cool spot. I thought that water bottle was thrown by a fan at first, and it was Cross. Yeah, me too. I was like, oh, they threw a fan threw a water bottle at Drew McIntyre. Dang, what did he do? But it was Karrion Kross. And then freaking McIntyre grabbing a hold of Roman's hair. I don't care even if you are a guy. Pulling on someone's hair still hurts. So, did anybody peep when Roman did the rock bottom? He did a rock bottom to Drew McIntyre. Kind of odd that he did the rock bottom, considering that he's never done the rock bottom before. So, I noticed that. He just did the rock bottom. And it's rumored he's gonna wrestle his own cousin Dwayne next year at WrestleMania. So gotta start planting those seeds, right? I like this next sequence. It was a spear into a Claymore kick. Oh, it was a Claymore kick into a Superman punch. It was a spear into a Claymore. Let me see. They keep teasing us with Roman versus Rock. Yeah, they do. That's for sure. And then you had Drew McIntyre send Roman's shoulder first into the middle of turnbuckle. I'm not there yet. I'll read your comment right now when I get there. And then Drew McIntyre spearing Roman's that barricade. So here's what happened. So Roman gets mad at the ref, so he grabs the ref and he's holding him and saying stuff to him. Drew hits, I believe it was the Claymore or Glass Kids, and he knocks the ref down. Dominic should be working at Walmart. Ouch. And so the ref went down, and Austin Theory with his Money in the Bank briefcase and a ref, since the ref was done. And that knockout punch from Tyson Fury on Theory was great. So Tyson Fury was in the crowd. And before he could cash in, freaking Tyson Fury just punched Austin Theory, knocking him down and preventing him from cashing in, which I thought was so hilarious. So freaking hilarious. Oh, it is? Okay. Give me a sec. Now. How about now? Let me know now if it is. So then the match resumes. And now it was rumored that Roman and the Usos' cousin, Solo Sika, was gonna get called up from NXT. Drew McIntyre pretty much had this match in the bag. And so ref is counting 1, 2. Someone pulls the ref out of the ring. And you can't tell who it is because it's like the person's wearing all black. They have the hoodie on. And it ended up being Sika from NXT. So he basically helped Roman win this match. And there was kind of no crowd reaction. I guess not a lot of people watch NXT or know who he is. I don't watch NXT, but even I know who he is. It should have been Sami Zayn. They would have reacted more to Sami Zayn, but I get it. And then, so Roman ends up winning this thanks to Sika. And then Tyson enters the ring and he shakes hands with Roman. I don't know what he tells Roman, but he shakes hands with them. And then I thought that's how the show was going to end, but they did this whole weird montage with Tyson congratulating Drew. Solo Sika makes his main roster debut. He is great in NXT. So I've heard. And he congratulates Drew McIntyre. They start singing, and then Drew also get his hands on the Undisputed titles. And it's just a really weird way to end the show. I kind of thought, okay, maybe somebody forgot to turn off the cameras, and this is probably gonna be a WWE exclusive, but no, they kept going, and I feel like that. I mean, I get it. I guess they wanted Drew to have his moment with his people. The whole end was not needed with Fury and McIntyre singing, man. That was so off of my ears. My ears started bleeding. Yeah, I was like, did they forget to turn the camera off? Is this supposed to be a WWE exclusive or whatnot? But I don't know. It's just a really kind of a weird finish. And they should have just ended it with Tyson shaking hands with Roman and then calling it a day. And then the rest be a WWE exclusive. But overall, this was a great show. Fantastic show. I was entertained. My least favorite match was a SmackDown women's match, but that's just me. It was a tough spot coming after Gunther versus Sheamus. If it wasn't for that match, and if it wasn't for this really awkward finish, I would have given this a perfect 10. But because of that awkward finish and that women's match, I'm gonna give this a 9 out of 10. I agree with you, Michael 101591. A 9 out of 10. It's definitely gonna see what the better pay-per-view would be, this or All Out, but I cannot wait. I'm really this pay-per-view. This pay-per-view has been one of the best, if not the best pay-per-view of 2022 for WWE. Anyways, I hope they do another Clash at Castle next year. They probably should do another Clash at Castle. This whole crowd was into this show. But with that being said, that concludes this review. And I thank you guys all so much for watching and for your continuous support. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell so you get notified whenever I go live. And I'll see you guys tomorrow after All Out. Bye.